How do you grow your private practice, be more efficient and profitable while having a balanced life? That's the question, and this podcast will help give you the answers. My name is Don Pelto. Welcome to Podiatry Practice Mastery. Hi, Don here. I want to go over the first experience with this Podiatry Practice Mastery group session. We had this yesterday, and it was kind of a good experience, and we had about 13 or 14 people that went together, and it was quite a learning experience. The whole purpose was to get together and develop a little bit of community amongst ourselves, and we had a good group, and we talked initially about just the lay of the land with the way masterminds work or group sessions. And the whole purpose was to kind of get together with different people and talk about different ideas and how we're doing. And there was a couple of experiences that I shared in the beginning. One was our personal mastermind group we have here in Worcester, Massachusetts, where I live and I'm in practice. And we meet once a month for a couple of hours, and there's people in different industries. We have one person that owns a physical therapy place, another one that owns a credit card processing company, myself as a podiatrist, and another person that actually is a coach for small businesses from the Small Business Administration. But he used to own car dealerships and things like that, so this is kind of a retirement gig for him. And he's the one that leads it. We were trying to do it on our own, but until we had a really good facilitator, it made it more challenging. And so I invited Tom to the first session, and he was one of the kind of the facilitators in the rooms. And so we met together. Initially, we talked about that. I asked Tom about his experience, about doing these masterminds. And basically, the idea of a mastermind is nothing big. It's just the power of group thought and group understanding. And this is the same thing that we get when we go to conferences, when we go to our podiatry conferences or other conferences, and we talk to people between the classes or in the lecture halls. And this is something that I feel like is missing, and that's the whole purpose of these group sessions with Podiatry Practice Mastery. And we met together. We had a nice time. We did the intro, and then we talked about how we're doing personally and professionally. And I went through a little example of how I was doing, kind of sharing, personally what's been going and professionally what's going well, and giving a number between 1 and 10. And we did use a little thing within Zoom where you can do a poll, and that went okay. And people kind of ranked themselves, and then we divided into groups and talked about how we're doing personally and professionally. Came back out, and then we talked about this 2021 blueprint, which is basically just an evaluation of how we did in 2020. So kind of taking out a piece of paper, writing down what worked, what didn't work, and what you'd like to do different in 2021. And we had some time to talk amongst each other. What I felt, though, is that people wanted a little bit more guidance of how they could get help. Some of the feedback was, well, there's decreased reimbursements, they're struggling. How can we incorporate more like kind of out-of-pocket treatments and procedures, how we can do better. And then I did have a couple of people that were still just getting out of residency, which really wasn't the focus of the group session, but it was good to have them there, and I was able to kind of guide them in some direction. So that was the experience of the first group session. The next one will be the following month, and the first experience with the video, so they're going to be one video a week on present or podiatry.com, and that'll come out to those that are on that list. And the first one was on Lynn Homisak about kind of dealing with staff and organizing your practice. So that was the first session, and we'll kind of get more, and we'll talk more later. So thanks for listening. Have a good day.